Shalom. This brother Zakaria from the Israelite Report podcast. I want to say all praises due to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth. All the brothers that are pushing the truth and remaining in the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. I was just reading up on something. This comes from a CNBC article. It's an op-ed that says a new world order is emerging and the world is not ready for it. This is from CNBC. All right. So Esau is openly pushing his agenda, his new world order agenda, in the mainstream media. This is how close we are to the end of this thing. Okay. Esau's mask is coming off. Okay, it's been off for quite some time now. But Esau is pretty much at this point just he's not hiding anything anymore. Esau has gotten to the point where not only is he not hiding anything, but he's not even trying to pretend like he's righteous or pretend like he's not the devil. The physical manifestation of Satan. Okay, because the Lord gave him his gift, which was the sword, and his gift to be basically his basically to rule over us, because the Lord gave him his gifts on the left-hand side, which is the sword, to rule over us. And Esau is pretty much, just coming on out with it and letting you know what his plans are. But the Lord got plans, and the Lord is going to bring in the real new world order. This is, again, CNBC. A new world order is emerging, and the world is not ready for it. These elites have been meeting up lately. They met up in Dubai. They had a world government summit. All right, in which they basically told the world, put the world on notice that there's going to be food shortages, supply chain issues. And what they're hoping is that they can bring what's called order out of chaos, right? That they could collapse societies all over the world, and then that will cause chaos, and then they can bring in the order, and that's going to be the new world order, right? So they're going to go into the digital currencies and all of this stuff. But the Lord plans also. Because the Lord is the Most High Power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, is going to bring in the real new world order. But he allows these devils to get so high-minded, if, for lack of a better term. He allows them to get prideful, right? He puts so much pride in them. And they don't believe that their kingdom is going to go down. They know the Most High. They know Yahweh Shai is on the way with the angels, and it's going to be a war in the heavens. They know this is coming, right? But at the same time, the Most High put the spirit on them to have so much pride that even in the day of their destruction, they're still going to want to fight. They're still going to try to fight, because the Lord going to put that spirit on them, right? And just like he hardened Pharaoh's heart, he's doing the same thing to Esau in these last days. Like Esau is like, imagine Esau looking around. I'm talking about the elites. They're looking around. They're like, yo, they know what time it is, because they keep records. They keep records. What is it in Revelation says, Satan comes down with great wrath, because he know that he got but a short time, right? He knows his time is short. The devil come down with great wrath. He know his time is short. So anyway, back to this article again. A new world order is emerging and the world is not ready for it. It says, are we ready for the new world order? This is a mainstream publication. Now, I remember when the new world order thing was supposed to be a conspiracy theory. Remember that? It says provocative title of the panel that led off the ambitiously named World Government Summit here last week was framed to suggest that a new global order is emerging and the world is not ready for it. It says there has been a proliferation of writing about who will shape the future world order since Russian President Vladimir Putin launched his invasion of Ukraine on February the 24th. The most murderous Europe has suffered, I think they meant to put murders, has suffered since 1939. That might have been a typo. It says, a tempting conclusion, should Ukraine survive as an independent, sovereign, and democratic country, the U.S. and Europe-backed forces will regain momentum against the previously ascended Russian-Chinese forces of authoritarianism, oppression, and at least in Putin's case, evil. So what these elites have done, they prop Russia up to be this authoritarian dictatorship, or Putin's the bad guy. Putin's supposed to be the new Hitler. And so what that's doing, that's pissing Putin off, because NATO is NATO is invading Putin's space, right? And Putin's, in Ukraine, right? And you got to know the history between Russia and Ukraine, and how basically Russia came out of Ukraine. And Putin is like, look, you bring NATO forces in here, or you keep expanding NATO over here, I'm going to bomb the shit out of you. Excuse my language. And they basically, with the Biden administration, they're calling Putin's bluff, but Putin ain't playing around. So anyway, this is all the Most High is doing. The Lord is stirring this thing up. He's stirring it up. And we really just got a couple of prophecies left before we out of here. Once the mark of the beast come about, MOTB, right? Because you can't say it no more without, getting flagged. But once that comes about, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. World War III be here, and then right after that, it's over. So Esau is destroying himself, because the only thing that's going to happen, with this mess that's going on in Ukraine, is eventually, but basically is this: these nations are coming up against Babylon. Right? The beast shall hate the whore. What is it? The horn shall hate the whore. Right? I believe that's what it says over in Revelations. Okay. The whore, Babylon the Great, America, is basically hated by all of these different nations. All these sanctions that they putting on, these nations, and it's pretty much causing these other nations to say, look, man, we're tired of your shit. We're tired of your shit. And they're standing up against the U.S. at this point. All right? So the elites are hoping that with all of this chaos that's in the world right now, that they can bring order, right? That they can, because see, what they're doing is, in their mind, they think that they can, they think they have control of the times, right? So they're thinking to themselves, okay, we're going to stir this chaos between U.S. and Russia, right, through this mess with Ukraine. And then they think in the end it's going to be chaos, and then the elites are going to come in and establish their new world order. But what they don't know is that the Lord, the Most High Power, put it in their mind to do what they're doing. Not so they can set up their new world order, but so that they can fulfill prophecy. But they don't think like that because they're not spiritual. This is all spiritual. This is all spiritual. They don't realize it. They're so carnal-minded and prideful in the Lord. At the end of the day, the Lord put that thought in their head. All right? The Lord put that thought in their head, man, and they think they're going to go forward with it. But that's just the Most High manipulating their mind. Because you think about it, at the end of the day, the Lord is the master manipulator. He gave them the thought that they could change times and seasons. He gave them the thought that to think that they can rule the not only the earth but the air also. They think that they rule the air. They think they rule the heavens. You know, they're gonna set their shop up in space. You know, plant their flag in space, plant their flag on the moon. The Lord put that spirit on them to be that way. And it's something that can't change because that's the Lord put it in their heart. Because it's all spiritual. So when you look at it spiritually, you know, as a man, common sense, you look at it and go, these devils got to be crazy. They got to be stupid to think that they can go against the Most High. But see, the Most High put that on them. The Most High put that on them. That's why they have that Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt. And you got these stupid simpleton Negroes like Jay-Z that support that. You know, he made a statement in that song with Alicia Keys, New York, where he said, Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends, or something like that. And that's true. Jesus ain't going to save you. But Yahweh Shai is the Savior, right? The Lord has sent many Saviors, but Yahweh Shai is the ultimate Savior at the end of the day. All right? And the people will be delivered. But he doesn't have that faith. The Lord didn't put it in his heart to have that faith. He has his faith in the elites. You know, that's why they bend them over and do what they do to them in the back room. These sellout niggas are going to get destroyed right along with their masters who they have faith in, who they trust in. All right? So they set up shop out in space thinking that they're going to rule even in the heavens. That's how prideful these devils are. Which, at the end of the day, it's not really their fault. Again, the Most High set them up. The Most High manipulated their mind. You know, the Most High pimped them out. When you think about it, on a spiritual level, when you think about it, the Most High is pimping Esau out. He's pimping these wicked elites out because we went off, and the Most High used them to destroy us. Right? He used them to do the dirty work. But it says here, again, this is CNBC. It says the Russian invasion of Ukraine and a series of COVID-related shutdowns in China do not on the surface appear to have much in common, writes Atlantic Council fellow Michael Schumann in The Atlantic, a publication not related to the council, says yet both are accelerating a shift that is taking the world in a dangerous direction, splitting it into two spheres, one centered on Washington, D.C., the other on Beijing. See, these devils are doing this on purpose. Again, this is manipulation, order out of chaos. All right, they're using this to bring in a new world order, but however, the Most High has plans. The Most High has his own plans, and these devils are soon going to find out, you know, just when they get to the point where they think they got their new world order all the way intact, right? And they think they get nice and comfortable with it. That's when the Most High is going to bring them destruction. I'm going to get that in Obadiah. Okay, let's get to Obadiah here. This is the 4th verse. I'm going to start at the 4th verse. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou hast set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And that's what Esau is doing. He's setting himself up as he's setting himself up amongst the stars, and he thinks he's going to rule the heavens and the earth, right? Because he has that in his heart that he is God. The elites think that they're gods, right? And that they have what they call the divine right to rule, right? They believe in that. So you got to get it out of your heart that these elites love you or they have your best interests in heart. If you got to wake up out of that, man. These devils want to rule over you. So it says here in the 5th verse, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? It says here, how are things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Because even the wise men, Most High is going to jack them up too, right? A lot of them elites got their bunkers and they think, they may survive the World War III, but this is at the point where we're going to start rounding these devils up, go to their damn bunkers, snatch their ass up out of their bunker, okay? Because we're going to remember, in that day, we're going to remember what they did to us, and we're going to know who's who. The Lord's going to put that spirit on us, because like I said, everything is spiritual, right? It's all spiritual. So, you know how you run across somebody and you kind of like, something about that person. I don't know what it is, something about that person. I don't know. Either you get a bad feeling, you get a good feeling or whatever, a trusting feeling. It's a spiritual thing, right? It's a spiritual thing. Sometimes you may be walking somewhere and you see people, I'll walk in a different direction. That's a spiritual thing. So you can imagine that's now. That's now, even in our time of trouble, even in our current captivity, which we're still in at this point. Even now that the Most High is not even really dealing with us because we went off. But even now, we have a little bit of spiritual power, or we can feel things, right? The Most High, if he's dealing with you, he's going to put you can feel things, right? Feel things out. So you can imagine what it's going to be like in that day when the Lord give us our spiritual power for real, right? We're going to know who did what to us, right? We're going to know, like, this was the devil right here that whooped my ass back when I was in slavery. You know what I mean? Like, you imagine that? You're going to know. The Lord going to give you that spiritual power, that insight to know. All right? It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. This doesn't sound nice, does it? And this is prophecy. These were future events here in the book of Obadiah. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, because eventually Edom is going to get cut off. You know, they're gonna serve bondage for. They're gonna be in bondage for 1,000 years, and they're gonna be cut off. It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces and foreigners and entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So what's happening is something called payback, right? Something called payback. And you know, Esau knows it's coming. They can feel it. Even some of the lower level Edomites know something's coming. And there's videos you can check on YouTube where they're like, yo, we deserve what we're getting, because they see their kingdom is falling. And I've heard certain Edomites just come straight out and say, look, we deserve it. Look at what we've done to these people. Okay? You best believe that they watch videos, man. They watch the videos of the Israelites, and they know what time they know what time it is, man. They've seen the videos. They've seen it. They know what time it is, and they can look around. You know, some of them can look around and go, you know what? You know what? These are the chosen people, and we did them wrong, and they know they got to pay for that. All right, but it's coming at this point where I want to read the 17th verse here. It says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. It says in the 18th verse, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. All right, and that's going back to what I was saying about how the Most High is going to cut them off. They're going to be cut off forever. That's what the scriptures say, right? And people get mad and say, oh, this is your own interpretation. No, that's what the scriptures say. That's what the Most High said it. All right, and I believe in his word. I believe in his word. What, you want this kingdom to go on forever? You want this kingdom to go on forever, like Psalms say? Yeah, the inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever. Is that what you want? No, that's not going to happen. The Most High is going to cut this thing off, man. We've served our sentence. You know, we've suffered, man. We suffered, and we've served our prison sentence for going off, and now we're at the end, and it's time for things to get flipped upside down, man. You know, let me get Isaiah 66 chapter here. It says, thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where's the house that ye build unto me? All right. Because again, the physical manifestation of Satan, these wicked Edomite elites, they think that they rule. But the Most High said, thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. You know, Esau, you was only allotted an amount of time, a specific amount of time to rule. You're not going to rule forever. Matter of fact, the book of Daniel said we're going to take the kingdom. You know, that the children of Israel are going to take the kingdom. It says the heaven is my throne. That's what the Lord said. And the earth is my footstool. Not you, Esau. You don't rule shit. You don't even rule yourself. You can't even rule your own thoughts. Your own mind isn't ruled by you. The Most High rules your mind. You ever heard that saying, or what is it? Order my steps in the Lord. Your steps are ordered by the Lord, man. The Most High orders your steps, man, your movements. The Most High wrote this movie script a long time ago. The ending is the beginning. The beginning is the ending. All right? He wrote it before time. You're just a character in the movie. You're not the director. You're just a damn character. And I can't wait, man. You know why? Excuse my language. Excuse what I'm about to say. But fuck this guy. Fuck this place, man. The hell with this place. This world don't love me and I don't love this world. I never fit in. Good. I'm not supposed to. That's the way the Lord ordained it. He made it that way. All right? So I get mean mugs everywhere I go. People look at me, who's this guy? You know what? Fuck you. The Most High made me that way. He put that spirit, so I would always consider him. You know what I mean? And you have to think that way. Excuse my language, y'all. I'm sorry. Just the way I feel. But the Most High has a question. Where's the house that ye build unto me? You can't build nothing for the Most High, man. Whatever you build up, the Most High can tear down. It says, where is the place of my rest? For all those things have my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word, because that's what the Most High really want. Right? A contrite spirit. The Most High hate pride. You know, pride. Can't stand that, man. The Most High hate prideful look. He that killeth an ox as if he slew a man, he that sacrifices a lamb, and if he cut off a dog's neck, he that offereth an oblation as he offered swine's blood, he that burneth incense as he blessed an idol, as if he blessed an idol, right? Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations. It says in the 4th verse, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. See, the Most High said he will choose their delusions. And like I said, you don't order your steps. The Most High orders your steps. Meaning he orders you to go where you go. The Most High does that, man. Ain't that something? Here you are, you wicked elites. You so-called wicked elites. You think you are bringing in this new world order, right? And you're so bold that you put it out there in the open, not even realizing that you don't even order your own steps. You're not even controlled in your own. The Most High said he chose your delusions. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. And that's talking about you jakes that refused to hear the word of the Lord, right? But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. It says, hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, saith, Let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy. They shall be ashamed. It says a voice of noise from the city, a voice from a temple, from the temple, a voice from the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies. Recompense means to pay back, right? Compensate, right? And that's something that's coming. Payback, man. Payback is coming. All right. So in the day of trouble, who you're going to call on? You're going to call upon the Lord. But you got to have a contrite heart. You got to be in the spirit, faith. It's going to get difficult. You know, you're going to see some things that's going to shock the mind. It says the righteous shall barely escape. I'm paraphrasing, right? We're just barely going to make it in, you know. Jeremiah 51:25 says, Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. Right? That's talking about America. That's talking about the good old United States of America. That's something that's coming. But Obadiah tell you, you know, basically that these devils think that they're going to be able to set their nest upon, you know, up in the heavens, you know, with the Space Force and NASA and all of that bull, which a lot of that is fake anyway. But they got a lot of the people fooled. All right. Like I said, Esau thinks he's going to rule the air. He thinks he's going to rule the heavens and he's going to rule the earth. The Most High said that, you know, the earth is his footstool. All right. He said, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. All right. So even though Esau, you had a nice run, you had a nice go about, you know, you did your thing. I got to give it to you. You fooled a lot of people. You tricked a lot of people. You know, you did a good job with your school system. You whitewashed all of our history. What is that? Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. You covered the faces of the judges. You know, you did a good job with the Renaissance, which means rebirth. Right? When you came out of your own captivity, because you was thrown down, you was in the caves for a minute, living like a damn beast, like the beast that you are. When you came out, you managed to do a good job of covering the faces of the judges. You did a really good job, man. You whitewashed everything. But you know what you didn't do? You know what you didn't do? You didn't overthrow the Most High power. That's what you didn't do. All you did was fulfill prophecy, put us in a hardcore bondage, hardcore slavery, which that was because we went off. You managed to whitewash everything, change the image of the Lord, right, to fit your image. You did what you were supposed to do. You did your thing. But now your time is up. What's that song go? Bye, Miss American Pie, or whatever. You know, turn off the lights, light a candle. It's over. It's over. But they believe in their heart that they're going to create this great reset. They hit the reset button. The great reset. This is what this devil think. He think because he know, look, this is how wicked this devil is, right? And this is how prideful he is. He know that he's at the end. But instead of saying, okay, you know what? We did these people wrong. Let's hand the kingdom back over to them. No. They're like, we're going to reset and go back in time and come with this new world order, right? And when they came to the Americans and they stole this land from the North American Indians, what did they call it? They called it the New World, right? So America, Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon the Great was actually set up to be the New World. So they had their great reset way back then. Because remember, they were in captivity. They were, I should say, we were in rulership, and ruling over them for a while, right? When they came out, what was it? What year was like the 1300s? Forget when the Renaissance started, but it was like the early 1400s, somewhere around there, late 1300s, right? And they started their Renaissance period, and they whitewashed everything. They did the reset. There was the Great Reset way back then. And then they think they're going to do it again. No. Not so fast, buddy. Not so fast, buddy boy. Second Ezra 6:9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So this mess that's going on over in Russia, which a lot of it is just a psyop anyway, but this is stirring up for the last prophecies, right? We only have a few left. Really, the main two, which is well, you got Jacob's trouble is coming. You got the mark of the beast. That's the big boy, right? That's the big boy. That's the big boy that we're waiting for. When they drop that microchip and they make it mandatory, that's the big boy. And then what comes right after that? World War III, right? World War III. When that pops off, that's it, man. You know, that's when Yahweh Shah returns, and even the people that pierced him, they're gonna behold him, man, coming in that day on the chariots, man, and that's gonna be something. You imagine being the people that pierce Yahweh Shah, and then you see the ships coming, and then the Lord put it in your spirit to know who that is. People gonna shit themselves, man. And you prideful females, man, all you independent women, y'all gonna lose your damn mind. When Jacob's trouble coming, y'all gonna lose your damn mind. All that pride, I don't need no man, I don't need a, yeah, that's gonna Lord gonna put y'all in your place too. It's coming, man. It's coming. So this world is pretty much over. A lot of these people will sleep and they have no idea. The elites are planning to put these people in concentration camps while they're sitting around, thinking it's all good, thinking we're going to go back to normal, as they call it. Because basically the pandemic, that was nothing but a test, a trial run to see how people will react. And I said that from the beginning. That's all it was. See who would do what. See who would follow orders. Collect data. They collect information. Because that's Esau is obsessed with data and information and intelligence. Okay? Because he wants to be the Most High. That's what the, what is it? Damn, I can't even think of the name of it now. The, you know what I'm talking about, though. The sense, damn, I can't think of the name of it. where they collect information on how many black people are here in America, how many whites, Hispanics, and everybody else. I forget what it's called, but he collects data. Esau'S about data. He's all about that data, man. But I wanna go to Isaiah 14:21 here. Isaiah 14:21. Let me see if I can get it right quick. It says here, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, and that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. It says prepare slaughter. So, we had to pay for what we did and what our forefathers did. And the same thing is going to come around. All right. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. So there's this thing like, well, we're not gonna pay for what we did. That was in the past. Why can't you niggas get over the past? Well, scriptures say, number one, there's nothing new under the sun, and that which was is now, and that which is going to be has already been. Right? There's nothing new under the sun. And it says the Lord requires that which is past, which is already past. All right. He wrote the ending from the beginning. Ecclesiastes say he requires that which is past. All right. And Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, first verse says, it set he set his face against Mount Seir. All right. The Lord said, behold, I am against thee, Mount Seir, right? Isaiah 14:21 says, prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquities of their fathers. Prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquities of their fathers. All right. So all this letting go of the past, the Most High is not letting go of the past. Again, he said he requires that which is already past. So, you get mad at us and you blame us, but really it's the Most High's doing. It's not us. Again, what did I say earlier? The Most High orders your steps. Even the wicked elites, whether they realize it or not, they don't know that they're just following the steps that were ordered by the Most High. Most High put it in their heart and in their spirit to do what they're doing. And that's the most important thing, If I don't say nothing else, remember this, man. Even if you wanted to give care or give time to this world, remember what I'm about to tell you. Even in that, even if you was to try to blow the scriptures off and say, oh, it don't matter, whatever, man, Yahushua ain't coming, and this, I don't believe in the scriptures. Look, even in that, the Most High ordered it. Even in your disbelief, the Most High ordered it. Even in your scoffing, even in your niggerdom, right? Even in that, the Most High ordered it. If you wake up and come to the realization of who you are, and you turn your heart with basically your mind to the Most High, and you repent, and you give up the world. Basically, you turn your back to the world and turn your face towards Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shah. Even if you do that, guess what? The Lord preordained that. The Lord preordained that. So these niggas that are in the conscious community, that stuck on Kemet, guess what? The Lord preordained that. Sarnetta, TV, the Lord preordained that. Brother Polite, the Lord preordained that. There's a reason why these dudes can't wake up. They're not supposed to. Now, I don't, I can't say that for a shorty. I don't know. They may at the last minute. Who knows, man? You'd be surprised. I was a non-believer for a long time. So you never know. You never know. However, it's all preordained by the Lord. And you know what? The wicked elites know this. The top elites know. They know the secret. Their enemy is the Most High. Yep. Ronald Reagan asked the question if there was an existential threat. Basically what he was saying, coming from outer space, aliens or whatever, which they call it, but they really talking about the angels, the chariots of the Lord and the angels coming against them. Would they unite? Would all the nations unite to fight against it? That's what this whole UN, United Nations, they're preparing to try to fight against the angels of the Lord. That's how prideful they are. You follow Esau, man, you following destruction. It's all preordained by the Lord. Whichever way you go, it's all preordained, man. That which was is now. That which is going to be has already been. And the Lord requires that which is already passed. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right? So, your faith was already preordained. Your disbelief was already preordained. Esau's destruction was already preordained. It was the Most High wrote this movie script before we were even born. I knew before, I forget the exact wording, I knew thee in our mother's womb. The Lord formed you. You ever had, what's it called? Not a deja vu, but yeah, is it a deja vu? Yeah, deja vu. That you've seen something already. Like you were in a place that you've never been in, but you felt like you was there before. That right there within itself is a sign that there's a spiritual thing, that's a sign that there's a Most High. For all you people that don't believe in the Most High, just the fact that you have a deja vu. People don't consider things. You think you're God. Okay. Take on that spirit of Aleister Crowley and these wicked elites, and you're going to meet the same destruction that they're going to meet. Because at the end of the day, it was all preordained by the Lord.